Now, I know what you're thinking, but
I don't have a mic.
I'm not going to think. So, here we are.
You're supposed to thank for these?
I guess we're not really equipped for that kind of...
I don't know, but welcome back to Twin City Peaks, episode 15.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
First one on YouTube.
No.
No,
This
second
is the
one.
second one on YouTube. So, yeah,
You're right.
as of today, as of a week ago, we have been posting on YouTube. And, so there's going to be there's going to be some changes.
There's going to be some changes. New intro clip. Just some few changes. Nothing's really... The content isn't going to change.
Honestly, for the... so for the Rumble guys and girls, it's guys and girls.
Yeah, no, that's it.
This is why this is on
Dogs and
Rumble.
cats.
Dogs and cats. So what we're going to do is on Rumble, we are going to leave some extended episodes. We're going to have bonus content. We're going to have anything that we feel like posting that's relevant to the podcast is going to be posted on Rumble. Whether it's long form, 20-minute episode, whatever is just thrown in there is going to be there, as well as our regular programming. However, on YouTube, you're going to get the clean cut, just an episode, no extra ramblings at the end, or if at all, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a little bit more clean cut, a bit of more of a product than just our stream of consciousness here.
Yeah,
on
no.
Rumble.
YouTube will be a little bit more refined, keep it together a little bit better.
Yeah.
You won't see on Rumble, there might be drunk episodes, fucking random
little
content.
stoned episodes or fucking just bullshit. Or like maybe it's a complete write-off of an episode and we go, hey, bonus episode.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys have been following us along, but our first episode's a bonus episode.
Yeah, no, we've posted a few of our outtakes just end up getting posted out of not
sheer wanting to post.
Well, yeah, it's like we post it, it's funny, it's not good, and that's why it's not usually an episode.
Absolutely.
Because normally we don't talk about anything important or on brand.
Yeah.
It's usually complete bullshit for an hour, and then we're like, oh, this wasn't a podcast.
No,
this
what
was
I
just
was hoping
us.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
And then half the time we sit down and record another one and try to keep it together.
And here we go. Yeah, so then, so episode 14 will get released on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then this episode 15 will be on YouTube also. Maybe there will be a few weeks where changes are not obvious, where maybe episodes are identical. You know what I mean? Maybe episodes, episode 17 will be the same on Rumble and YouTube. You just pick your platform, watch it if you want. But if there is additional content, if there is anything extra, if there is anything, watch it on Rumble.
Yeah.
You're going to get all of everything we have on Rumble. If you don't care, and if you just want to hear what we do have to talk about that we feel is postable, then you'll get it on YouTube. So it's up to you guys.
And also any taken down content off of YouTube.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like fucking, I just swore there. YouTube's not really too thrilled about that in the first, I think it's 10 or 15 minutes. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not posting. We're not posting these podcasts for monetary value. If that comes, cool. We'll just end up either funneling fucking half of it into this and half of it into something else. But at the end of the day, this is not designed for money. This is literally our journey.
This is our journey through what we're going through. As we learn, we try to teach you, and also vice versa. If we talk on something and we don't know,
we want comment. Let us know. We're open books, man. We're not trying to say that what we know is the word of God.
We are the furthest things from experts.
No, fucking not even close.
We might be considered novice.
Amateur hour.
Oh, always.
Amateur hour, for sure. But you got to start.
You got to start somewhere.
You just got to fucking start doing it. Like this, like our podcast for the YouTube guys. We fucking just started. Our first 5, 6 didn't even have lighting. It was
we explain this a lot on the Rumble podcast. But if you were just starting because you found us through YouTube, then pretty much our whole brand is kind of just start.
That's it.
Just make a plan and just start going.
Because you can only learn so much before you get things going, right? Most people say, oh, I don't fucking know enough about this to get started. Well, how much do you know? Well, I think about 40, 50%. That's what you need to get started.
Yeah.
Because if you
don't even know that much.
No,
that's the most.
Yeah, but just to give an example, right? Even if you know 30%, 20%, 20% might be rough, but you will get that extra experience along the way. You will, whether it's failures or successes.
Well, that's the thing is so if two people start and one person, spends a year learning, one person spends 6 months, and then they both start, realistically within the next year, they'll both probably be similar.
You're going to, leech off of each other, and you're going to,
Well,
you'll learn.
But you learn so much faster just doing it.
Absolutely. And that applies to not just fucking our stupid shit, but like everything. Like fucking, for example, I work at the steel plant, right? I'm sure our Rumble folks know. And there's stuff in the cast house. I work in the furnace, and like they're like, "Can you go do this?" And I'm like, "I have no fucking idea. I've never even heard about this." But sure, I'll get in the forklift and go pick up that 8,000 pound fucking thing and bring it up. You know, do whatever. I didn't know where to find it. I just went looking for it. The point is, just start. Doesn't mean you have to be an expert.
Exactly.
Not everyone, you know, starts working out because they're Mr. Olympia. They're already Mr. Olympia, so they start working out. Does that fucking make any sense?
100%.
All right. So, on to regular programming, folks. Thanks for listening to our little babbling intro. But right into the business side of things.
Into the business side. Like, do you want me to just say this one?
Sure, give it, man. Like, I'm open ears.
Okay. How to waste your time. Or like the best way to waste your time is to help people who don't want help.
And I fucking, when I first started going to, well, not first started going to, I went to school for personal training. Obviously, I don't personal train anymore. And you wouldn't believe the amount of people that are actually signing up for personal training and then just don't listen to you.
Yeah, because they don't actually want it.
50% of it is who gives a fuck? Because if you're being paid for it, then the onus is on them.
Yeah.
You know, onus. Sorry, not Otis. Onus is on them.
No, it's not Otis. The fucking Our Father.
Yeah. You know, the onus is on them to actually follow through, make things happen, and listen to your plan. But then it's like when I was personal training, whatever else, I'd have friends asking me shit, and I'd be like, "Hey, man, you know, your row, you should angle it like this. Tuck your elbows more. You'll hit more lat, whatever." And then I just watch them go and pick it up and flare their shit again, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Not even like, I get that at the gym from like people like that'll see me working out and whatnot and just be like, "Hey man, like am I doing this right?" And I'm like, "You're doing it pretty good if you change this and this." And then they'll do it and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it feels really good." And then the next set they do the same thing again.
Yeah, they just fucking forget, which I get it. Like it maybe the first time's not going to drill in. I understand that. But it's like I've had friends where I tell them 800 times.
No, that's more
and
what
then
I
I'm
mean.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like literally, I don't care that you're doing it poorly. Just stop wasting my time.
Yeah.
Stop asking me about it if you're not going to fix it. Gonna do it.
Like practice, record yourself doing it.
Fuck.
Like,
there's so many tools available. There's fucking YouTube videos out the ass on every kind of working out, any kind of movement. And that's just one example. That's just, you know, don't waste people's time, man. If you don't already know what you need from them, if you don't already know that you're going to follow through with what they're going to ask you or tell you and help you and whatever, then don't waste yours nor their time. You know?
100%.
Because you're wasting both people's time.
Well, yeah, no, and it's like people, especially people that go to the gym, ask for help, ask for advice, don't follow it at all, and then like end up like quitting the gym like in a month. And it's like, dude, it's like at the end of the day, it's like when you get someone to help you, they're investing their time in helping you.
Well, one example, a friend of ours.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can, right? He's fucking back in it. I don't know if you've noticed his stories.
Yeah, but he does it. But now it's like for like a month, and then he's gone.
I know. And it was like he went
really hard. I'll give him credit.
6-8 months straight, and then fell off fucking completely.
The one thing though is he had the training down. He'd take advice.
Oh, he has no good nutrition.
But he would not take dietary advice. No. I'm eating. Okay, for everyone that says, "Oh, I'm just a hard gainer." No, you just have a low appetite and you just think you're eating all the time.
You need to eat more.
Actually eat all the time.
Eat more.
Because I know I have a super low low appetite.
Yeah.
So like if I'm bulking, I'm never hungry when I eat. Never.
I know.
I just see it's like, it's been 3 hours. I'm just going to eat. Yeah. Are you hungry? No,
but yeah, I have to.
Am I going to like feel like shit after I eat this? Probably. Possibly, but I'm just going to keep going.
I've done it tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of times. Like I'm literally like, okay, I want to make this fucking effort, want to make this progress. Well, I have to make the sacrifice, and sacrifice is just eat more fucking food.
Yeah, like
and not eat more of anything, eat more better food, which makes it even harder.
Yeah, eating
because now
clean.
It's like, you can't just go and buy a wrap. You can't just go and buy a Donnie's burger. You can't just you have to have meal prep. You have to have food that's readily available. Slam it in you, because if you have to cook every time, then you're like, I really don't
becomes
want to
really
do
hard.
this. Yeah,
Or-
that's even harder.
Or it, especially like if you don't have the discipline already.
Yes.
It's like you're really busy all day and then you're like, fuck, I don't have time to cook, and then you eat out.
Yeah,
Whereas if you have the meal prep, there's no excuse.
nothing you can do.
And now, once you
right
get
there.
more discipline, even if you are busy all day, you'll be like, well, eventually I'll have time.
Yeah.
And you still won't eat out if you're like cutting.
Yeah.
If you're bulking, you can.
You can sauce it in there every now and again. For sure.
It's like, oh, you were really busy and you ran out of meal prep.
And
okay.
At the end of the day, it's like you can choose what you bulk with, right?
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to be like, oh, I'm dirty bulking with McDonald's. You could be like, oh, I had, fucking, I don't know. Give me a goddamn example, like something that's decent.
Pita Pit?
Sure, but like we're Canadian. Nobody knows Pita Pit.
I like In and Out.
Sure.
I don't know. That's not. I don't know.
Really. Like Five Guys maybe is
Maybe.
like a cleaner burger. You know what I mean? Like you're not.
Yeah, I can only think of Canadian brands.
I know this is tough.
Maybe. Maybe Culver's for people in the States.
Don't know what that is.
It's like a nicer McDonald's.
Fuck. I love how that's the standard. It's like McDonald's is the bottom. If it's anything above that, not bad.
You know what? It's probably closer to like picture like Burger Don franchised that we have
So
here.
Harvey's.
A little bit nicer than Harvey's though.
Okay, so in between even Burger Don and Harvey's.
Yeah.
Then. Oh.
Yeah, no.
okay.
It's pretty.
Because Harvey's, I would think. I don't know if that. I think Harvey's a Canadian only thing.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
I think so. Like Harvey's is. I don't know. What do we?
It's
Now
pretty good.
we're getting in deep here because we have to give examples for examples for examples. Like, what's Harvey's like in America?
It would probably it'd be
that be-
similar to Culver's.
Culver's or like not Five Guys. What's the other one that's fairly popular? Not Chili's.
Not Shake Shack. Do they have Shake Shack?
I think that's an American thing.
Okay.
I don't think it's Canadian. If it's
Okay.
here, it's because it's American.
It's maybe similar to like Shake Shack. A little bit nicer.
I have no reference.
Oh, you've never been to Shake Shack?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah. There's another one though, like, and it always reminds me of Five Guys.
Chick-fil-A?
and Maybe, but that's not quite the same, is it?
Chick-fil-A is slightly different.
What about Applebee's? Where's Applebee's on the list?
I like how we go from burger places to Applebee's. Oh,
Okay, but I was kind of just looking at restaurants, not even just burger places. It just happened to be burger places.
I was going burger places because you can tell the quality of a place by the burger.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're not wrong. Your Burger Don's got some good burgers.
Okay,
That's very much the here only though.
Oh, yeah.
Burger Don. That's fucking a family owned goddamn place. Like Giovanni's and fucking Fratelli's.
Yeah.
They're all brothers and sisters.
You want to know what's funny is there's so many Fratellis though, like
I know,
restaurants.
I know.
None of them are the same.
None of them are the same.
It's
Not
just-
a single one. It's just a very common last name.
Yeah.
I wonder how many Fratellis there are in Boston. Fuck. Probably hundreds of thousands.
My goal is
Oh
yeah,
boy.
no. Oh boy.
Oh boy, that was a
You want any of these?
Sure, I'll read one up for you since I don't know what's wrong with your English today. God damn. I took us fucking 19 tries to do actually about 19, I think. We recorded a new fucking intro clip for YouTube, so that was fun. Our 9-second one was just not gonna cut it. Oh,
That one was good.
being a man.
Oh boy.
It's true.
But what if I'm a trailer?
But some of these are like out of context almost. You know what I mean?
Which who
Imam.
said this? Oh, he says some wild ones.
I know. So this one is Being a Man 101. Don't watch porn. I agree. Be honest here. Like,
Yeah, it's great,
pretty.
but-
It's pretty toxic. Like it's cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. Whatever. Do what you want. Like okay. Me saying this is not saying, oh, it's the devil or whatever, but if like a lot of people get into it and then they fucking watch porn every day, you know, they finish
Or
off the day with
multiple
porn,
times a
all
day.
the time, right? Multiple times a day is like that. Now that's a psychological
See,
thing.
I think like a few times a week, not great, but that's like the max.
Sure.
Every day is too much.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day, figure.
Now
your
you have
shit
an
out.
issue. Yeah, I'd even say every day is an issue.
You'd say every
Like,
day?
Yes, because
Oh, like
it's the
every day.
psychology, man. It's the psychology behind it. Like you're basically destroying your delayed gratification zone of your brain.
Yeah.
Like you're wrecking that shit.
I'm trying to think if I've ever every day.
I was at one point, yeah. Like, I'm not recently, but when I was like fucking 16, 17.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, every fucking
I was trying to
day.
think more recently.
More recently, it's gotten as bad as like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
And that's at like peak where I don't know what it is. My test must be up or something. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, dude, if I don't do something, I'm actually going to lose it.
Yeah.
Not an excuse.
No.
Have some self-discipline. Moving on from that one. So don't watch porn. Honestly, blanket statement. But at the end of the day, if you can abstain without it, you'll be better off. Psychologically, you'll be better at talking to women. You'll be better at talking to anybody. You'll be better communicator. You'll be better understanding. It's all correlated in a certain way, and it's really kind of toxic when you really think about it. Moving on. Don't take disrespect. I agree. Now, the way you go about doing that, though,
Yeah.
is the defining factor.
You're saying you're not supposed to just curb stomp them?
Exactly. Like, you know, if you get disrespected, you don't just go, hey, man, I'm going to fucking beat your head in. You go, yeah, I don't take that kind of business from you. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I don't need to listen to you when you're doing this. You
100%.
can just tell the person. It's going to suck.
No, 100%.
Confronting someone's never always fun. Notice how I said not always fun?
Yeah.
It can be fun.
Sometimes
Don't kid yourself. It's great sometimes. Okay, don't waste time. And don't waste time is such a fucking big variety of a fucking...
That's a blanket statement for sure.
And it's like, are you scrolling on your shit for 3 hours? That's wasting time. Are you spending 15 minutes scrolling? Yes, it's wasting time.
But like,
Yeah,
it's
break.
okay.
It's fine. Like,
It's
come
okay.
on, man. Like, everyone's doing it. But if you're literally...
I will say the content creators that are like way too like extra about it, where they're like, yeah, you can't have any social medias because if you're scrolling on it, like that's where, and it's like, okay,
They're it's
yes,
extremist.
yeah, I'm like, I get you're trying to make like this extreme point, but it's like, dude,
You're
nobody does.
Yeah, you're coming across as a bit of, I don't know, like, self-righteous.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and, like-
You're literally telling me not to be on social media, and you fucking posted this
Yeah.
to social media for me to watch on social media.
Yeah, it's like your whole career is
It
based
doesn't
off of it.
fucking work. You
Yeah.
can't do that. Because now you're just expecting us all to just abandon it.
Well, but you're
And then you're going to make no money. So how is telling us not to watch social media actually effective?
But the thing is, though, is it's also like most of those guys are so hypocritical because they're spending so much time on social media.
Unfortunately, the whole career is social media.
So it's like, well, you know what I mean? When you blanket statement and you're so extreme, that's why like I try not to blanket statement things and try to be like as specific as possible, especially on the podcast when we say what we mean. We try to explain kind of like to what scope,
This is true.
because it's so annoying that it's like when people, because then it's like, what if my like I'm watching you because I want to be a social media influencer and you're telling me social media is the devil, don't
Stop
go on
doing
it.
this.
It's like,
fucking horrible for you. And it's like, wait.
whoa.
So making content, in my opinion, just from like what we've experienced, which isn't much, but it's a little bit, is actually not that toxic. Unless let's say we had a big following and we had all sorts of comments, I wouldn't read them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'd probably scroll through a couple and be like, whatever, that's enough. But in reality, I think that's where the toxicity comes from, is actually like interacting with too many people.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you'd have 100 people in a village.
Oh, 100%.
I know I'm saying back in the day, but I mean like long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's kind of how we developed our current social norms, right?
Yeah.
Is with those 100 people, you knew everybody, you were familiar with everyone. Like nowadays, you can talk to 60,000 people in a single day. You can have 4,000 people like your picture on Reddit or fucking Instagram or something. You don't know a single one of them.
But it's also the people that's where they derive their self-worth.
Oh,
where it becomes a
like
problem.
likes and fucking, any kind of...
No, but it's like, oh, this video didn't get as many likes. Like, and then there's one thing to look at it analytical and be like, oh, what did I do differently? Like, why didn't this content reach as many people? But it's the people that take it as like a sly against themselves.
Right, yeah.
That's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah, don't take it personally, man. The internet's literally a wasteland.
Yeah.
It's ruthless. It doesn't give a fuck about you, and if you give too much of a fuck about it, it'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Basically. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, shit. That's pretty good. All right. Don't be arrogant. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Don't bolster.
Yeah.
You don't need to. It's, it makes everyone not like you much. Make an ass out of yourself.
No, it depends though. Like if you're trying to start a conflict.
Sure.
Like if sometimes it's fun to fight, sometimes it is fun to be arrogant.
Yeah.
And like kind of get under someone's skin.
It definitely has its place. And if you're jokey, that's great. And if you're actually needing to, like, if you're going to confront a person or whatever, and arrogance is the way that gets that reaction, I guess that's the right thing to do. But at the end of the day,
as a blanket,
still not great.
No, as a blanket statement, all those things are true. I just want to say when it might be fun.
Okay, that's fair. I really hope that alarm fucking can't be heard in this.
Yeah.
Don't be a victim. Straightforward. Don't be a bitch.
You're saying don't have a victim mentality? Everything bad isn't my fault?
You can only control yourself. Which kind of comes around to don't complain.
But I want to.
You can complain. Like, I complain. I definitely complain. Don't get me.
We're humans.
We're human. Don't complain. But what they're saying is I don't know. What I perceive it. Okay, not what they're saying, because I'm not assuming what Iman means.
Yeah.
But what I'm perceiving, don't complain, being as, if you can't control it.
Yeah.
You're complaining about something and wasting energy. Your mental's fucking
But then
energy,
you want to know, like, I'm
bandwidth.
assuming what his response to that would be, and it's like, if you can control it, why are you complaining? Just go fix it.
That was kind of where I was
Yeah.
heading next. If it's in your control, so you are just being a bitch about
actually,
it.
you know what? There is no reason to complain.
That's it.
Because if you can't control it, don't complain, and if you can control it, go fix it.
Go fix it. Because if you're not fixing it, then you're okay with how it is.
So then why are you complaining?
So you're okay with that? No, I'm not. Go fix it. Well, I don't want to. We're done.
Yeah.
The conversation is over. Good luck with life.
And you want to know what's funny is so many people I know, well, you'll like talk to them and they'll be complaining, and then you'll give them advice, and then they're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And it's like,
I actually learned, like, I kind of knew this already, but women, sometimes when they're complaining,
they don't want, no, they don't want to fix.
They don't want the fix.
No,
They just
not
want
sometimes.
99% of the time.
Like,
they want the echo chamber. We can't live without you.
but
so don't take this as us shitting on women in general, but it's a very popular trend.
The funny thing is, though, is because usually they know what they need to do to fix it. It's they just need to vent it, and then they'll fix it.
Yes, because they can't do both.
No.
They can't keep that fucking frustration pent up and get it done.
Yeah.
Because then they don't feel relieved.
Yeah. No. They got to bitch about it for a day, and then they'll fix it.
Maybe we're like imposing how we feel, but that's definitely what it seems like, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
From my experience.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And I learned this very young.
Yes.
Having a relationship young and seeing that, like, wow.
Absolutely.
Like, the amount of times come home and be like, I don't want to work there anymore. And I'm like, well, why don't you just go somewhere else? And it's like, that's not what they want.
No, they want to be like, damn, why? What was so fucked up?
Yeah.
Like,
and
then be like, she's like, well, fucking Billy said this, and then made Angelica fucking angry.
And then you gotta shit on those people with her.
Billy, God damn it. Like, what the fuck was he thinking saying that to Angelica? Like, come on, man.
And you know what? Even if you say it like comedical, like you're not serious, they still love it.
They're like, fuck yeah.
They don't even care.
They don't care. They're just like, he's on my side. Like, all right.
And even if you're making fun of her, or she'll just laugh and be like, oh my God.
Oh, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. All right. This is a good one. Like, this is good. I like this post. We got lots to talk about. Okay, don't make excuses. That's straightforward. At the end of the day, whatever you're making an excuse for, you're kind of you're chinching yourself.
If you want to make an excuse of why to do the thing.
Sure. Yeah. Which that can also be a little bit of a negative thing too, because last night I was making an excuse for myself.
Oh, okay, I guess if it's a positive, I guess we can get. Yeah, I guess you gotta get niche.
You see what I'm saying?
Don't make excuses.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of making excuses, like, oh, whatever, I did this already before. Because I was.
Oh, right.
And I was like, this is no big deal. Whatever, do it again. No, it's a little different now. Oh. No context for either fucking channel.
If you watched everything, though, you might get context.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of fucking leeway.
If you watch all 15 episodes, what just happened, you might understand.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true. You're right.
Because there's probably
like the Avengers. The Avengers movies.
Okay, if you watch all of our content, eventually you understand all of our stories. But you need to watch.
You gotta.
Because there's like 30 seconds in each where we'll like bring on it, look at each other, and be like, "That's it."
There's a lot.
Our hidden lore.
Okay. Don't be lazy. I don't even think we need to get into that. Like, just don't be lazy. Like, come on.
It's straightforward.
It's if you have things to do and you need to do them. I don't know.
And if you don't have things to do, well, get a better life.
Yeah, get a better life. Get a hobby. Get something.
Get something to do.
know. Yeah,
If you have free time and you can be lazy, just get something more to do.
Add another thing. And I mean, you don't have to. I guess. Like if you
No.
at
Add
the end of
another
the day,
thing.
Okay, but you hear me out. Like, what if you've got your business going, you've got the pod. Let's say us. We got our business going. We have the pod, and we work out, and we're fucking majorly successful. Great. And then we have, I don't know, not even every day, but like every third day.
I like how you can't even say that we have time every day because mind you, like I would have to have something
Yeah,
else.
I know. Because thinking about it right now, I'm like, I'm never free. I was like, oh.
Yeah. No.
And like, even when I'm free, I'm kind of just like, I'm not that free.
If you have
I got stuff to do.
yeah, if you have like multiple times a week where you're free for like a 6-hour span,
Oh, that's hectic.
you can fill something.
That's
in.
hectic. That's hectic. When I was on EI, when I was between jobs 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Like, that was not cool. Like, I literally would go work out and then get home and be like, shit, I'm done. My day's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Like I will
It drove me crazy.
say like definitely in my day there's like junk activities
There is.
like where I could probably get more in there, and I think
disagree.
that's our problem.
Yeah.
Is I just feel like I can always get more into a day by just optimizing.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? To say I do laundry, but like while I'm doing laundry, it's like while I'm doing laundry, I could also go and do something else. And then I'm like,
I do that a lot.
I do too.
I hate it. No. Okay.
Oh, like think about it or actually do it?
Both.
Okay, yeah.
I do both. Because I'm like, let's say laundry.
Yeah.
When I'm doing the work laundry, because I don't do it at home. I don't want to ruin my parents' washer. It's gross. Like, I'll go and run and do other chores between and have a timer.
Yeah.
And be like on top of it and be like, okay, I can maximize this by doing this. Like yesterday, before work, I did laundry. I meal prepped. I posted the pod. I did a bunch of shit. And I crammed it all. I was like, I fucking have 3 hours. I'm going to use 3 hours. Dude. I was like, I'm not fucking wasting this. Whereas 99% of people that work at the plant, if it's their last night shift, they literally will sleep till 3, get up and go to work.
Yeah, which I can't do either.
I cannot do that. The one guy, fuck, he will stay up. He has a kid, mind you, and a wife and everything. Like, I understand. But he'll stay up, get his kid off to school, go to work, or go to the gym.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't train like us. He's an older guy. Don't get me wrong, but he works out fucking 4 or 5 times a week. I can't be upset with that. He could do without 900 cigarettes a week, but that's another story. We got.
You're saying those don't balance out?
Maybe 2 or 3, but not 900 of them. He's going through like, if I were to guess, he's probably going through at least a pack a day.
Oh, that's not too bad.
At least. I don't actually keep track.
He
every single cleanup he puts one in. Every single fuck. Yeah. So like, it's definitely more than a pack.
I think the most I've seen is a guy that was on my crew when I started. He was at least 3.
Okay, that's the most I've seen as well. I was gonna say 3 packs was the most I've seen, and that was my old boss.
I actually there were a few. There's a few guys I know where they like make sure they have like a carton of cigarettes.
Oh no,
on them.
yeah. I read Easy Way to Quit Vaping. Here I am, fucking whatever. And in the book, he says that they do seminars, right? So like that's how that book started.
Yeah,
was they did fucking actual in-person things where you would go in. It's a 6 or 7 hour day, and by the end, you're probably smoke free.
Yeah.
And he asked a question like, how many of you guys, you get down to your last pack and that anxiety hits? How many of you guys pull out that last cigarette or the second last cigarette and you're like,
or you see you only got like 3.
You have 3, but you have 6 hours to go before you can get more. And this one guy goes, I don't know, I've never felt that before. Everyone was like, what? Excuse me? Because that's not normal. In that kind of addiction situation, the way he felt is abnormal. But then he goes on to explain it's because he made sure he never felt that way.
Oh, okay.
That's why. He may never have realized it, but he may have felt that way once and never again. Because now he has 6 cartons at home. Now
Yeah.
he has 4 packs of darts in his bag at all times.
Yeah.
Now he has a pack in his lunchbox, a pack in his car, and a pack in his fucking house, a pack in the gaming room, a pack in the garage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So that's a way worse addiction.
Way worse. Way worse, because he took that element of anxiety and just doesn't have it.
Actually, a guy I worked with, he would keep a carton in his truck at all times. He'd always have 2 packs on him. And then, like, in the work trailer, he'd also have, like, a pack.
So you know that guy then?
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Always has smokes.
That's that guy, dude.
Like,
He's avoiding that feeling of, fuck.
no, he can never run out.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be.
He'll kill someone.
Oh, but, like, say he, for whatever reason, did run out, he'd be the worst.
Oh, yeah. No, he'd be
Because he's never even coped with
the
it.
first guy to be like, I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't ask you for it. He'd be
Yeah.
like, I need one.
And you'd be like,
He'd see your full pack and be like, give me a fucking dart. And you'd be like, you know what? I don't want to die.
yeah.
So here's your dart, buddy. Actually, take 2.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to know what
Save the next ask for that guy over there. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm terrified.
You want to know what also I find about people that, like, smoke and are, like, deep smokers? Is A, they want everyone else to smoke with them.
Part of the book, too. We can talk about this.
And B, like, you can just, like, going and asking for a dart is, like, the most normal thing ever. No one gives a fuck.
No
They're
one
like, yeah,
cares.
here.
They want you to smoke.
Yeah.
The book explains that, too. There's a reason.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why. Because they feel like dirtbags. They already feel like garbage doing it. They don't want you to be not doing it because then it makes them feel worse.
Yeah.
So when
So
you
the guys at
join
work
them,
definitely hate me.
they're back on your level.
Yeah.
You're back on their level. It's literally in the book. It's the psychology of it.
That's wild.
That's why it's like vapors all hang out with vapors. Smokers all hang out with vapors. Potheads smoke out with potheads.
Yeah.
Right? It's literally that reason. Is because they already feel like a piece of shit. But if you're with other pieces of shit, at least you're at this base level.
Okay,
But
no.
if you're in a room where there's 6 pieces of shit and 2 not, then they're up here. And I don't mean like they're better people,
Yeah.
but in that mental state, they're like, oh, that guy thinks he's better than me. Or no, I need to bring him down to my level. Like it's twisted.
That goes with anything, though. Do you ever notice if, like, everyone's eating junk food and someone's eating something healthy?
Dude, it's literally anything like that.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Where if everyone's doing the shit option and there's a minority doing the right, they're elevated.
And they're fucking, but if you're doing the shit, you're like, fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking, come on.
When you're cutting and everyone's, like, bulking.
Oh yeah, and they're like, really, man? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Be strong with me, man. Like, oh,
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
let's, be huge. And it's like, yeah, but I want to be cut now. So I'm going to be disciplined and not be a piece of garbage because
Yeah.
I've decided this. We went off of lazy for that one.
and literally said how we wow.
Like crazy, right? That was good. We still have a few more.
We'll get
We're
in
not
there.
done, man. Like,
Get in there.
I like this one.
I like this one post. Okay, you know what? Iman is fucking good.
He's great.
Actually, after this we should talk about him. Do you watch his content?
No.
Okay.
I've watched, in all seriousness, like 3 or 4 videos, which they were great. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but like I haven't watched enough to be able to
Okay,
comment.
I'll after this I'll explain some things. 'Cause
All right.
he is wild.
I think we have talked about him, not on the pod though. We
Okay, maybe
talked
not.
about him.
I don't know what we talk about on the pod and what we don't.
because it's all kind of the same.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You guys, you're watching us, and like, we're not making this shit up.
No, this is just
Kind of
us.
how we talk all the fucking time. We don't like have our laptops out, and we don't like, hey, did you see this tweet? Let's
Yeah.
discuss this tweet.
Actually, sometimes
yes, but it's like it'll be out in the blue moon. or
it'll be
whatever.
more nonchalant.
Yeah, exactly.
We kind of just focus this.
Yeah, we're hyper focusing what we already kind of do into a specific segment of time.
We're commoditizing what we normally do.
Sure.
We're making this into like a product.
Yeah.
Whereas normally, like this, like say our podcast would be over the course of 2 days and take 7 hours.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just kind of cut all the bullshit.
Yeah. Cut out all of our.
And you guys probably watch this and are like, "There's a lot of bullshit,"
Yeah.
and be like,
This is
"No,
as
no,
little as we can have.
This is the cut version."
This is the least we can do. I think I just kicked the camera. Okay. Don't be emotional. Okay. So I'm very stoic, and many people think that stoicism means to be emotionless.
yeah.
Right?
Stonewall.
Right? And they're like, oh, very stoic of him. And it's like, no, that's not what stoicism is. Stoicism actually is
It's not
to,
like an understanding.
it's accepting your emotions.
Yeah.
working through them and not letting them control you.
Well, it's kind of like looking at your emotions logically, and it's like, why is this bothering me? And then applying the right
Yes.
framework.
So like if you're angry, buddy fucked you over at work and he did this instead of that. Okay, why are you angry? Well, he gay, not like stupid
Yeah,
word, but betrayed me.
Yeah.
And I feel betrayed, so now I'm reacting this way.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, what can you do about it? Well, I can't hit him. I like this job.
Yeah.
It pays my fucking way and gets our
Yeah.
So all those thoughts go in your head, and then you go, okay, I can't do that. What can I do? The next logical step is I could confront him and be like, listen, what you did was fucking garbage. Or you could be like, hey man, next time, like, that wasn't cool. I don't know if you realized, but this affected me this way. That would be, don't be emotional.
And that's like having like the hard conversation. I will say,
Having the hard conversation is the way
like,
to do it.
like perfect example, like that conversation, the one in reference.
Yes.
Most people, honestly, my default was just not to have it.
Yep.
Probably the best move.
Yep.
And the amount of people that are like, no, I was like, that's like good.
Yep.
But like nobody does that route because it's hard.
It's tough.
Sit down and confront
Good
someone.
luck. Good luck. Because I've done it, and honestly, as I get older, it's not easier. It's just that we're getting better at it.
Okay, maybe.
It's not. It's not easier. It's not. Because
Yeah.
every time you go and do it, like I have to have a conversation also,
Yeah.
and I don't see it going poorly, but I still have a little bit of nerves about it.
Well, you gotta still do it.
I have some anxiety.
Well, because there's the unknown. It's like, how are they gonna react?
That's it, man. Like I told you before, I already had that kind of similar conversation with her, but it's not the same now as it was before.
But also, like, I find having like, because you kind of know how you're gonna act in the situation,
Yes.
but you don't know how the other person.
That's what I mean.
And that's where the anxiety is, because it's like, what if I tell them how I feel and they say some outlandish shit, or like try to fight me or something,
right? And then you got to go back to don't be emotional.
Yeah,
because then when their reaction comes,
you have to be just like,
you have to analyze it, almost not analyze it as in like, oh, blah blah blah, but like
actually. Funny that I did so much stoicism with that.
Yeah,
talk.
dude, that was very stoic.
Because the whole time, whatever was happening, and I just still like,
you just accepted what was happening.
Yeah,
you dealt with it as you were going, and you didn't fucking hold anything back, and you didn't like, you took some shots, but let's be real, those shots didn't even amount to half of what she had collectively done.
No,
but at the end of the day, you said your piece, and I instantly saw a change in you an hour later. You were way better off an hour later than the last 2 weeks before that.
Which is nuts.
It is, but you got everything out on the table, man. You left nothing to the imagination. There was no more questions. When you left that fucking vehicle, you were like,
that's true.
I know everything. You know all the good, all
as
the
much
bad.
as I can.
Sure. There were details that we're never going to know, but also they don't matter, though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. They don't fucking matter. Good luck.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. But you got everything you needed in. You did. And it made a change.
No, 100%.
Because for the 2 or 3 weeks before that, dude, like, it was rough. You were fucking hard to deal with. Like, you were. You'd message me and you'd be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Yo, I'm exposing here. But dude, you were fucking upset. And rightfully
You want to know what I hate? Is that I ended up being right.
You were.
Fuck, I hate that even more.
And the thing is like, I was on the camp of like, no, it was good.
Yeah.
But halfway through, I was like,
it's not looking good.
wait, hold on. I don't know. There's a few things I didn't quite like about this situation. You were like, yeah. And then when that happened, I was like, what
is it? The curse of like an overthinker is you're usually right.
Absolutely.
It's like, does it eat you up? But it's like, eventually you're right. Now, I don't know if that's just like, you end up making it right. Like there's also that whole thought of thinking where it's like
tough, right?
Like it, like in the self-sabotage, like.
Yeah. And in this case though, it was not.
No.
I know.
I actually wasn't overthinking.
No.
But.
And honestly, if you hadn't thought about it at all, chance is you'd still be being strung along right now.
Possibly.
You'd still be in deep, being like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, I only see her once a week or whatever.
Yeah,
if you guys haven't figured this out yet, Tyler had this situation.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything crazy.
Okay.
Tyler had a situation with a lady friend, and it was dumb.
Yeah,
dumb.
it started good, ended terrible.
Like, actually started way too good.
Maybe that's the problem.
Good enough where I'm not easily convinced. I've had I've had relationships in the past, whatever. I've grown a lot, and seeing this from the outside in, I was like, dude, you need to do this.
No, like wifey material.
Yes, I was like, this could.
It was like a month and a half of wifey material,
Yeah.
and then just
And
terrible.
then nothing. And
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
She's busy. And then halfway through, I was like, yeah, buddy, I don't know about that, mate.
Oh, mate.
It's not all you can
Now
get.
I wonder, since now we're just talking about it, and honestly, there's so many people that know that it's whatever. I wonder if they're talking still.
I wish we knew.
I don't even know how I could find out, because I've noticed her in particular is like MIA.
Interesting.
Like even
I wonder.
like our friend at the gym who we love.
Yeah.
He's like, after I told him, he's like, actually, I haven't really received any like snaps from her or anything.
Oh, he told me the same. He was like, by the way, after that all happened, he's like, she just O-bombed and that was it.
But like to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
So I'm not Batman or anything here, but from my deduction skills, if that's happening, if she's doing that to everyone, she's definitely doing that to him too.
or is she only messaging him? I doubt it.
The way it came out of your mouth like that, I can't believe it.
I couldn't imagine that she dropped every other person
And,
she
like,
messages.
even her friends, even people that she's not trying to do whatever with,
yeah.
completely done. I don't think she's talking to him then.
Or like maybe she just isn't talking to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I just mean as well.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't fucking matter.
Continue on.
What can we control? Just ourselves, right, man?
We'll probably end up talking about this deeper later, but
Oh yeah.
a little bit for the podcast.
Maybe even like another time.
Yeah.
We're cruising here. We're cruising.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Okay, have ambition. Of course.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
I mean, it's
what is this? How to be a man 101?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
ambition.
we're men. Damn.
It's funny about bringing up being a man. I told her that as well. I was like, if I do this, I'm gonna feel less of a man.
Oh.
Honestly,
good
think about
one.
it. My morals and my own personal virtues.
Yeah.
Because I did mistakes in the past. Right?
Yeah.
You know about them.
Yeah.
And it took me a while, but then I was like, okay, that was pretty garbage of me. You know what I mean? That was trash. And I didn't like the way that I felt and made someone else feel. So I won't do that again, which kind of where I'm at right now, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, it doesn't befit a real man
Yeah.
to be that kind of a piece of shit. Now, if you're not in anything at all and you're doing whatever you want,
That's different.
that's still also being a man.
Yeah.
Like, you're just doing what you want,
Yeah.
right? And it's not because, you know, when you're with somebody you're locked in, like you can't. That's not it at all.
But also the thing is, if you're dating someone exclusively, it's because it should be because you want to only be with
Yes,
that person.
Exactly correct.
Like if it doesn't bother you to like talk to other people and see other people, yeah, and that's probably not
Then
the
you're
person
not-
you want to
yes,
be with.
Yes, exactly.
What is it? Is it Johnny Depp? He's like, if we're like dating and you like someone else, go with the other person, because
Yeah.
if you liked me enough, you wouldn't even
you
think.
wouldn't even think about that kind of situation with that person.
It's something like that.
No, it's you're in the ballpark.
Or like
Yeah.
if there's two people, pick the second, pretty much, because there shouldn't be a second. Like that's
what happened with you.
yeah, but that was a bad choice. That's to be fair,
disagreeing.
that is what she did.
Yeah,
Is she's like,
I'll pick the second.
and I was
And
like,
you know what? You dodged a bullet, because what if this happened again? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
this happened again, and you had to do it 3 or 4 times. Where you're like, no, you want to be with me, right?
Yeah.
And then what? Are you a man?
This is facts.
No,
This
you're
is
not a man.
facts.
Have
Now,
self-respect,
I don't know
but-
why there was a second choice.
Yeah, I
but
know, but like
that was the weird part.
She what that is, in my opinion, is she has no control. She doesn't know how to control her emotions.
No.
She doesn't know how to not let the vibe take her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to say, but like,
If she ever sees this is gonna be hilarious.
I hope so. Like, I kind of hope so.
I wonder if I'd get a you know what? If the person who you definitely know who you are, message me if you ever see this.
Let us know.
If I get a message,
Even if you don't want to message him, let me know.
say something, comment something.
I'm curious.
I'd laugh.
I want to hear the stupid shit out of your mouth.
Wow, that's a little harsh.
I don't care.
You're wild.
You hurt my brother.
Last week you said go back with her.
Yeah, it was a joke.
No, you were dead serious.
Wait, what?
What was it? We'll talk about it after.
No.
When you were like wrecked and I was leaving, you brought it up like 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
Was that just you being wrecked?
I think it's 50-50. We can discuss this again later. Now I understand why we can't talk about this on the pod. No.
Yeah, see
no,
why I'm
stop.
like, you want to just talk about this later?
Yeah, this one we can't. I'm sweating now. Oh, shit, I just got clammy.
Okay, I will say is what I like.
Moving on.
Okay.
No, okay.
I was going to say what I like about our podcast. Because most I find are like them just talking and you know nothing about the person. I kind of like that we give like our own what's going on.
We're being ourselves, man.
Because I noticed in a few, like a good example would be like the Dropouts podcast.
Sure.
When they like inquire about like Jared, his like dating life or whatnot, they'll usually say something and he immediately like shuts down and is like, don't say any details, like good or bad. And I'm like,
Honestly, the names are what's incriminating.
That's the thing.
And if, say, these people know us in real life, then yeah, it can be a little bit incriminating. But for the people that don't know, they'll never figure it out.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Let's say even our friends who know us, they might not even know about some of the situations we're dealing with at all, right?
100%.
So they'll not even know, which is not a huge deal then.
Okay, like the last little like bit that we just did there.
Yeah.
It's like, really? I think the only people that would be able to decipher like who it is would be the person.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 boys.
Honestly.
Maybe.
Honestly, and I would think it'd be like I'm just gonna say a couple names, but like this isn't a big deal. But like I would think maybe Luca would figure it out. Maybe Jason would figure it out.
That's maybe it.
I was gonna say that's about it, really. Yeah. Because the other guys, Johnny, yes, Johnny would definitely figure it out. But aside from them, the other guys kind of had an idea because we definitely had talked about it. Yeah, but it wasn't like such a focus.
No.
You know what I mean? Like 100%. It wasn't so right. Okay, have self-respect. Fuck. Yeah, that's such a huge one though.
Well, me not getting like tied along, that's having self-respect and being like,
you had self-respect there. You know, like don't treat yourself like shit. Yeah. You know, don't treat your body like shit. And by treat yourself like shit, I mean like your words.
What is it? Don't
if you know, let's say
that ties back to don't take disrespect. Because if you're taking disrespect, that's like not having.
Then you're also not respecting yourself by letting that happen. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? You're right. Absolutely, it definitely ties back in.
Well, most of these I've noted they all tie in.
They do.
Now
and that's what makes
it took people half an hour to get through that list, but
good list.
It's a good list, and we gave our 2 cents.
Self-respect, though, like the words you speak. Even let's say you. I don't know, something dumb. You shut the car door, and you broke your eggs. Yeah. In the bag when you were holding it to whatever, right? And you go, "Fuck, I'm stupid."
I was just gonna say like
that right there's enough that you shouldn't say that.
Or people like what you constantly say becomes part of your identity.
That's kind of where I'm implying.
And then and then it's like, so you know what I mean? If every time like someone's like says something, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm just dumb," or "I can't do this," or
"I'm bad at math."
Yeah.
I hear that a lot. And it's like, the more you say that, the more it becomes true.
But what also gives you like that like cop out to not get better. Because you're like, I'm just bad at math, so there's no point to get better.
I changed that. Actually, I was one of those, I'm bad at math. You're not bad at math. You're bad at maybe those applications of mathematics. Everyone can math, dude. Yeah. I don't fucking care who you are. Everyone can math to some degree, unless you have some sort of disability, then I'm sorry, you can't. But at the end of the day, like, I stopped saying that. I stopped saying I'm bad at math. And I started being like, I'm not proficient at that. So meaning that I can do it, but I'm not the best at it. Yeah. Which is not degrading myself. It's just admitting the truth. Yeah. Right? So it's like somebody gives me an algebra problem. I probably could do it. No problem. All right. And then if you give me, I don't know, like calculus or something, I'm going to be like, it might take me a long time.
Drive the tan.
I'd like to get there. Yeah. But I'm not as proficient. Could you help me? Right?
So you're saying you can't use calculus to find the missing angle of a triangle?
No idea. Wait, that's Pythagorean theorem, isn't it? Nah, I don't even know. That's the sides. That's the length of the sides.
Yeah, but you could also use calculus, so when you don't have numbers, you can still figure it out.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
It's just like it's because you know how you need
inverse.
You know how you need like say two sides,
Yep.
or like two angles.
third, yeah.
With calculus, you can only have like one and find it.
And find the other two?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's just a more complex.
It's just you have less information and it's equations to find it.
Sure,
That's not all that calculus is used for.
Yeah.
That's just one application.
But point being is, like, when I was a kid, I wasn't excellent at math, but it's also because I didn't apply myself.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't like what I was doing, and I went, I'm not good at this. I'd like a baby. But that's what happens when you're fucking 13,
Yeah.
11. You're not developed up here, so you can't
Well, but it's also like what you're like told, like if you like from peers, teachers.
Yeah.
If there's a good example, I forget what famous mathematician or scientist, but he got taken out of school, and his mom's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna homeschool you because they say they can't help you with your like you're too smart."
I think I remember this.
Okay, they're pretty much like you're too smart. You need someone like more advanced to like help you.
Yeah.
And so his mom homeschooled him, and he ends up becoming like a famous scientist or mathematician.
Yeah.
And is what really happened is the teacher said that he'll never be good at like math, or like he's pretty much this guy's stupid,
They called him a dummy, yeah.
and that they don't want him in this school. And the only thing that changes is that his mom told him he was a genius.
Yes.
If he would have just been told he was stupid all his life, he would be.
You would just be stupid. Because you start believing what you hear all the time.
Yeah.
You really do. Like, you can only be so strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if literally, let's say out of 8 billion people, fucking 7 billion people are saying you're a fucking clown.
Yeah.
How much strength would you need to be like, no, I'm not a clown?
Well, and that's like social media when like say like the hate
Justin
comments.
Trudeau. What?
Oh.
What did I? What?
Dude, that wasn't even a cough. What was that? Was it a sniffle?
I just said something.
You forget.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lapse in judgment.
Yeah, lapse in judgment. This is not a political podcast, folks.
It becomes it usually though.
So this is kind of a 2-1. It's have boundaries and have high standards.
Yeah, I have both of those. You know how hard it is to find someone?
You know also how hard it is to maintain them sometimes.
Oh, because they have such high standard. Well, because you want someone that's a high value individual,
Yep.
but their boundaries and standards are high.
Yep.
So you have to like.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been seeing a recent trend on TikTok where it's women talking about everyone wants like a high value man, want this, whatnot, and then there's this chick, and she's like, you know how hard it is to be with a high value man? You constantly feel like you're shit. she's like, I constantly feel like I'm doing nothing, and this guy is so nice and does all these things. She's like, I feel terrible to be with him. She's like, it's fucking brutal.
Oh, maybe that's the thing about it, huh? I did just kick the camera.
Oh my god.
Flip it right over.
But yeah, no, it's funny, like the way she talks. It's like you all say you want a high value man,
seen
and
this.
then they're like, and then once you get one, like it's a lot of
And
work.
then you're stressed and you're angry and he's doing this and doing that. He's so busy. It's like, yeah, he's high value.
Yeah,
He's got lots going
but
on.
then it's like he's high value, but he also like treats me right. He's emotional, like, and then they're like, it's like almost too
It
much.
is.
You need to be equally high value. That's why like Layla and Alex Hormozy.
Yeah, that's true.
In
That's, fucking wow. I don't know if I had that backwards the whole time. Not just her, but Elliot and his wife, Elliot.
Yeah. Andy Elliott.
Andy Elliott. No, fuck. He has 2 first names. Fucking guy.
I was like, I know who you mean.
I love
And then
Andy
you're
Elliott,
like,
but yeah.
Elliot, and I'm like, you mean Andy?
Yeah. Fuck. God damn. He has 2 first names. Sue me. Come on.
Don't
Ricky
actually
Bobby.
sue us.
Oh my god. No, don't sue me. Please. We get destroyed. We wouldn't even get our feet off the ground.
We're fucking losers and we have no money.
We'd
So
be, yep, sorry. I love you, Andy. I'm just kidding. I would never cuck to him.
you know what? He probably respects that
You
more.
respect him. I do appreciate him. He's a fantastic human being and he's making a change in the
He's on school.
Is he on school?
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised? You know who else should be on school is Priscilla.
Yeah.
Fucking all those guys.
You want to
should.
know who else should be on school?
Us.
Yeah.
I knew where you were going with that. Fuck yeah.
Us and the boys.
You guys, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's school is a company, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Hormozy's thing. He's just
No,
signed up.
he's an
joined in.
investor.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's like owns a certain percentage.
Oh, of course.
And also is like so the pretty much the foundation of it was already built from what my understanding, that it was already a thing. Hormozy got in on it, and then it's pretty much just been like blowing it up. So he kind of just like, there was already like a little fire, and he just was pouring gas, like, and just printing money towards it.
He believes in it.
Yeah.
When Alex believes in it, you know he believes in it.
It's his
If his face is there,
this is his like passion project in a way.
Definitely, if his face is there, he is 100% behind it.
Oh,
He's not like,
this is the only company ever.
I'll put my face on there, you know, I'll help you guys out.
The only other companies
He's
that were
involved.
ever associated with his brand was Gym Watch and Prestige Labs and Atom, which were just his early companies. So like obviously he was a part of it, but now
definitely,
because also those were like solely owned by him.
Yeah.
Now like all the ones, if he's not sole owner or majority, even the majority ownerships, he doesn't say anything about.
Pretty cool.
He's like, I don't want it to be part of my brand, but I'm pretty sure he says that because he wants to sell them and he doesn't want it to be associated because it brings down like the EBITDA and whatnot.
Yes.
But
it's like putting your name on the building.
Yeah, but he said with like he's like, I never plan on selling School. I think School I don't think he plans on like flipping it or like.
Oh,
yeah, I think
that's an interesting twist for him a little bit.
I think he is probably gonna keep it.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
You want to know what's funny?
About it
is he's like kind of taking a book out of Andrew Tate's. I mean, he actually slightly different because it's
definitely different.
No, because it's fan created courses.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty sick.
It's super similar.
Well, because they're both online schools.
Yeah.
And both pretty large.
I teach you some crazy shit.
Do you want to know what I'm curious of? Mm-hmm. Which one has more people?
That's good. That's a great question. And I wonder if there's a way to actually find that out.
Not unless they were. I mean, Hormozy would probably release his statistics.
Would, yeah.
I don't think Andrew would. He'd be like, you don't even know how much money I have.
Yeah. He really doesn't care. He's so funny. Dude.
He doesn't care about people knowing how much he's actually worth.
No. He likes everyone being confused.
Yeah, they're like, is this guy worth $1 million or $1 billion? I don't know.
And he talks about having 50 different Bugattis and fucking 19 different
And then it's like, is he telling the truth?
Exactly. You're not sure. But then you see him pull up in one and you're like, I can't disbelieve him now.
Well, but then you see him in then you see him on a private jet. You're like,
yeah. And then he's on a yacht. And then he's in Romania. And then he's fucking in prison. And then they're like, haha, you didn't actually catch us. And they're out. And you're like,
what is happening?
What's going on? This is not a shitting on him. I'm fucking fascinated.
If anyone should have a movie,
dude, I'd kill for a Tate movie. Oh, okay. No, hold on.
It's got to be in 20 years.
Not even that. It depends who makes it. What perspective they spin on it.
It would have to be Tate produced. Like he'd have.
Okay, not Tate produced, but not a hater either.
Okay, because Tate would, yeah.
Oh my god, if Tate fucking did it, dude, you'd be like, oh, he's Superman.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, it should be someone that
is close but not too close.
Okay,
right?
Realistically,
I would think so.
I think it would be someone that actually just tries to find what is real.
Yes.
What like the closest to the truth.
You mean like a real journalist?
You would need a journalist.
Real.
Yeah.
Real needs to be added these days.
It can't be influenced by any like, because the media would like discredit him completely in a movie. To be fair though, I feel like if a movie got made, it would probably be closer to like Tate's perspective, because mainstream media would just not let it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. If it does get made at all, you're probably right. There's a chance where it just is the right way because nobody in Hollywood or anything.
Yeah, it couldn't be Hollywood making it, unfortunately.
No, because he'd expose them all and be like, you're all pedophiles.
Yeah, but it would be, because he actually is a fascinating person.
No, he's fucking cool.
But now I really do want to know how much money he actually has.
Dude, the first time I actually saw him, I told you this before, but it was on Your Mom's House podcast. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I've watched
Tom
that one.
Segura and Christina. You see him break.
Mine was Fresh and Fit.
He holds his persona like 80% of the pod, and there's a couple times where he slips and he's like,
yeah,
because he's like, it's a joke, man.
No, it is.
90% of the things he does and says is joking. He's a persona.
If you see him though nowadays, it's not as much of that persona.
Yeah, right.
It's
very much more Tate.
After he went to jail, I noticed he doesn't like, because I know even he's done a few podcasts since, like with other people, and they've like asked him,
right?
And they've asked him and been like, you're like different, and he's like more genuine. They're like, he's like, yeah, I'm not trying to be that over. I honestly think jail humbled him a little bit.
Probably.
Because he's like, oh wait, they actually can at least touch me.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I can deflect it, but they
Yeah.
can like,
Yeah,
they can
get me there.
Yeah, they can touch
Get
me.
right at the door. Takes everything in me to turn around, but I fucking am right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's fascinating. On that note, though, what would you like to finish off with here?
I don't know.
I'm gonna put my exhaust in. We'll go for a nice saucy lift. I think this episode's just gonna be posted to both.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, there's not really extended content.
So, yeah. Well, I don't know. Thanks for listening, guys. Expect more. Expect Rumble to be popping and YouTube to be clean.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
YouTube Shorts eventually.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts. Get an Instagram page. Start posting there.
Eventually.
I know. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I think that kind of stuff is gonna have to wait.
I think
need
maybe
a
by episode
producer.
50 or 100 we'll
We
have
need a-
all the
we'll have
social
a producer.
platforms
We'll have a producer.
and probably like someone to just like chop up our stuff and
That's
put it
what
out.
I mean.
Yeah.
We're gonna have probably 2 guys tops, but yeah, that's all we need. I'm cool with the rest. Like we
Yeah.
can do the
No,
rest.
I honestly I think it would be
We need a guy to edit and we need a guy to post.
someone send him to edit and then make all the clips so you pay him 8 hours.
I think editor would come before producer because we're kind of this is us.
We're the
producing.
producer.
Yeah, we're producing
Mr.
right now.
Producer.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it'd be nice though to be like, who we are. This is what we like to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, produce our show.
Eventually.
And then I'm not saying fucking
Yeah.
even soon. Probably in a few years. You know what I mean?
Whoa, wait, not that far.
But
Sooner
a
than
few. Could be 2.
1.
You think in 50 episodes? We're already at 15.
Maybe 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe by
Be
100.
realistic. By 100, if we don't, we're retarded.
If we don't and we've gained no traction,
I'll be upset.
we'll need to switch something.
Yeah, we'll have to change a lot.
Which I don't want to.
No, I'm like at the end of the day, like keep in mind. Remember, we always do this. We're always like, but we just want to do this to do this.
I know.
But it's still nice to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
On that note, episode 15.
Yeah, episode 15, Twin City Peaks. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Rumble. You guys enjoy your week.